So back in December of 2025, I decided I was moving to Thailand alone. I sold 95% of my stuff, got rid of my car, only kept a few boxes and some of my artwork, and left everything behind. And when I told my friends and family what I was doing, people were like, "Are you okay?" That was the first response. "Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you going through something?" But the second response, and the most common one that I got, was, "I wish I could do that. I want to do that so bad." And that really got me thinking, why do so many people think about leaving? Why does the idea of starting somewhere new feel so appealing? And after living here for now going on almost 4 months, pretty soon, I feel like I have a better understanding of why. When I arrived here back in May of last year, the first thing I noticed wasn't the food, it wasn't the weather, it was the people. There is a level of kindness and emotional control here that you just do not get in the States. And I am going to be comparing this to the States because that's where I'm from, so I can't really speak on other places. Although I did live in Hong Kong and South Korea, and I can say they're also very level-headed there. For instance, in the States, you could go to a restaurant, encounter a waitress that gives you an attitude for no reason, or be at the grocery store and someone might yell at you. I've experienced this. And to me, it's so jarring because it's a complete stranger and it could totally ruin your day. And it doesn't mean that people here are happy all the time, no. But it does mean that you're not gonna go out and interact with someone and they're going to spill out their emotions all over you in a negative way. That just doesn't happen. And when you're surrounded by people like that every day, you just feel better. It's like being surrounded by people that are continuously positive. It affects you in a positive way. I think there's a lot to be said for being capable of holding it together and not taking it out on a stranger. It just makes your day-to-day life easier. And I think it's also one of those reasons that Thailand feels so safe, because you genuinely feel that people care about you. It's not because bad things never happen. I'm not saying that they never do, because bad things can happen anywhere. But the overall culture here does feel less aggressive. I've walked around countless times alone. I'm alone a lot, and I've never once felt uncomfortable. And it's not just me that thinks that. I have friends here that are from the UK and have said it's so dangerous there in comparison that they will never go back to live full time because of how much safer they feel here, especially as women. The next thing that makes Thailand feel so enticing is everything is kind of an adventure. Every time I leave my apartment, I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I don't know who I'm gonna meet, where I'm gonna go, what time I'm coming back home. I have no idea. And it's not just Bangkok specifically, because Bangkok is a big city. I'm talking about all over Thailand because I've been in many places here, many different towns, cities, and it's like that everywhere. You never know what you're gonna get into. It's an adventure. I remember I went to an island and I was walking down the beach in the middle of the night, you know, just having a nice little stroll, just contemplating life before I moved here. And I came across a bunch of people who were jump roping, and the jump rope was lit on fire. And I was like, what the heck is what is going on? And then I started talking to people that were saying the same thing. They're like, what is happening right now? This is so random. It's just stuff like that. Or I'll be out at 3 a.m. walking the streets and a bunch of people are on the side of the road getting their nails done. Yes, you can get your nails done at 3 a.m. here. How wild is that? Life here constantly surprises me. And on top of that, you can travel to so many places in Thailand. You can road trip to them, you can fly to them. It's incredibly affordable and you can always get something new. And I think the sense of adventure, it does come from moving in general and experiencing a new environment. But there's something about Thailand, like as a whole, including everything I'm kind of mentioning, that makes it so much different from anywhere else. The next aspect is going to be the beauty of this place. Thailand is extremely diverse in what you get. You've got the jungles, you've got the beaches, you've got the islands, you've got the massive modern cities, and then you've got the small little towns. It's really hard to get bored just walking around. For a city, Bangkok is absolutely beautiful. They have plants everywhere, everything's overgrown. It's not just this city that is beautiful. Obviously, all of Thailand's landscape is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I feel like I'm in Uncharted all the time. It's like nothing you've ever seen. If you're looking for more of a tropical vibe, this is it. And next is going to be the freedom that you get from being here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna touch up on the affordability of this place a little bit, but I don't think that's the main reason, because no one would just move somewhere. I mean, I don't think just because it's affordable if they didn't actually like it. That doesn't really make sense to me. And I think even if it was more expensive, people would still live here. It's like New York. People live in a shoebox there, but they pay for it because they like New York as a city and they want to be there. I think Bangkok, I think Thailand is the same. I don't think that would affect people coming here to live at all if it was more expensive. So I just want to say that first. I have a really good question for you. Do you think that people choose to live here just because it's more affordable?
I don't think so, because I don't think Bangkok is the most affordable place. I think those people who really want to look for affordability can still find that in other places. There's so much more to Thailand than just the cost. Like, the biggest thing that I say to people is like the feeling when you walk outside is so hard to describe to other people. Like, the security says hello to you. Everyone is so kind. As you said earlier, it's so easy to meet people in Bangkok. There's so much more to Thailand than just the cost.
I think that answers my question.
Okay.
It's not really about spending less. It's about having more freedom for yourself. Because think about this, in the States, I was working a 9 to 5. And my only time off would be when I would go to travel. I would literally work to make money to spend it traveling, and then I would come back and then repeat the process. That's always what I've done. And we are taught at a young age that you work towards the end of your life and then you retire, and then that's when you go have your freedom. I feel like it's totally backwards. I'm under the belief that yes, work, of course, because we have to make money to survive, right? That is something that has to be done, but you should have more life than you have work. And something that I have learned, especially in Europe, is that Europeans, they work to live, and Americans live to work. And I think that mindset is totally backwards. And here in Thailand, you are able to work to live because you have more options. It buys you the ability to say yes to more experiences that maybe back home you wouldn't have the option to. It means that you can live a life that you have always wanted to without selling your organs for it. You know, I'm being dramatic, but there is a huge difference here. And I can't say that the affordability aspect doesn't exist, because it does. And I'm sure some people maybe move here just for that alone. I don't think so, but it's possible. I can't say it isn't. Since I've been living here, I feel like I can do anything. I feel like I can do anything. I feel like it's an open world. Back home, I didn't feel like I could do anything because I had a very strict schedule with my job, and I couldn't focus on things I really wanted to focus on, like my YouTube, because I was like, I need to make money to pay for my very, very expensive apartment and my car insurance and my health insurance and all this other stuff that adds up on top of it. And then living here, you know, I don't have to have a car. I don't have a car payment. I don't have these crazy expensive expenses that come with living in the States, where it's so normalized. It's so normalized. Like, I thought nothing of it until coming here. You have so much more freedom here. If I want to go travel to another country, I can. It takes about an hour to get to Vietnam, to fly to Laos, to fly to other parts of Thailand. I can fly to Malaysia in 2 hours. And I'm not spending an arm and a leg, because even in the States, flying around in the States is expensive. It's like flying to another country. Flying to Florida is like $500. I can fly to Japan right now for like $350. And that's it's like a farther away point. It's not too far. It's like 5 hours, 6 hours. That type of freedom you don't get in the States. You don't even have the option. That's why I would always road trip, is because it would end up being more affordable than flying around. It's just totally different. I don't know. So did I leave the American dream for Thailand? Maybe. I mean, I still like America. I love the landscape. I would love to do van life one day and explore the US like that. So I definitely don't hate it. I love how expressive Americans are, and I love our food, and I love that my family's there, of course. But I think what I've realized now is people are kind of sick of chasing what we were taught was the American dream. And after meeting so many expats here that have left their countries for a better life, or maybe just a different life. I'm starting to realize I think that's true. Thailand, of course, doesn't magically solve all your problems. You still have to have a job to be here. But being here does remind you that there is a different way that you can live. There's a different path. And maybe that's why so many people are like, I wish I could move there, or I want to move there. Maybe this is why. So all that to say, I love it here. If you couldn't tell, I love it here so much. It feels like I'm in a movie every day. It really does. Life is so exciting, and I'm flying to Malaysia in a couple of days and then flying to Indonesia, all for my birthday. And I just cannot believe that I can experience things like this now. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. You know what's so funny? This is just a little extra thing I had to say. I was just at 7-Eleven getting coffee, and I met someone from the UK, and he came up to me because I was speaking English, and he was like, do you live here? And I was like, yeah, I live here. And he goes, oh my gosh, I just got here. And I'm thinking, should I move here? He's like, I'm really liking it. I'm like, well, it's not surprising. Like, this is a common thing. People come here and they instantly are like, wait, there's another way of life that I didn't know about. And yeah, there is. Guys, if you like videos where I talk about Thailand a little bit, let me know, because I've kind of been on the fence about sharing my experiences here, because I don't know if it's something my OG followers are even interested in. All that to say, I gotta go to a music festival right now, so I'm gonna go. But it was great chatting with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.